Good morning, afternoon, and evening. My name is Aquarius, and welcome to another episode of Starline Tarot. Besides the fact that you probably also will be seeing readings from both me and my mother, I will be doing live stream readings, of course, in the near future, and just look out for those. But other than that, let's just get into the reading. But yeah, let's get straight into the reading. Get one more good pre-shuffle in before we start getting into it. Oh, these are actually starting to bend. All right. Cut the deck. Okay. First card, we start with the King of Swords. So we're already starting with a very analytical mind, already starting off in the energy of somebody who is already stepping into their more logical, higher mind. Let's see what else we have here. We have here the Ace of Swords, but with a truth. So maybe you were actually given a truth of some sort, or maybe you've been able to develop your own idea, being able to use that sword as a thing to propel you into this higher mindset. The King of Swords is a very straightforward individual. His cunning is as quick as his blade, you know. So he's a very quick-witted man. Yeah, exactly. And now we're sitting here now they're trying to sit you here and get you into this Hierophant energy, where it's now about, once again, excelling with this truth you have. Being able to now take this idea or this new line of thinking you maybe have developed and now expanding on it so that you can be able to upgrade with that energy. Also could also be courts. And also understand that the Hierophant also deals with courts, just to let you know. So this might be a truth in legal matters as well, since this isn't the best possible outcome. Just letting you know. But here with in the situation is the Eight of Wands, which is about communication or getting messages or traveling, things of that nature. Maybe what's going on right now is that you're now needing to transition into a new stage, transition into a new life. You may be moving to a different home, and what Spirit is looking to be able to say to you is that now would be the time for you to start excelling into that more defined role that you're looking for, or get more things settled with the court system so that you can be able to have this transfer more smoothly. So just make sure you check so I guess if anything, if you're moving, just make sure everybody knows what's going on, make sure dates are checked. If people are getting together, or a message or an email needs to get sent out, double check to make sure your emails are being sent right on time. If you schedule them at all or anything like that, just be very mindful of the messages that you give, and just be more centered on how they're delivered. In the recent past, we have the Queen of Coins. And we have the Queen of Coins sitting in the recent past, so maybe where there was a woman of sorts, a pre-empress of sorts, or you could have been in a much more nurturing position, less taking the masculine aspect of yourself and more leaning into your feminine, and just taking care of material things such as the home, job, very nurturing energies. In the near future is the Queen of Cups. So this could be about people. Interesting how the King of Swords is between the... Maybe in the recent past there was a Queen of Pentacles. And now you're transitioning to a Queen of Cups. Someone who might be more emotionally fulfilling, less material gain. In the recent, in the U position is death. So we're dealing with the end of cycles. I'm also trying to fix my cards. Okay, I might have to push this over to the side a little. To the side a little. Oh wait, no. We were doing it right. I'm true. Over here, pretend like I don't know how to run tarot. But either way, yeah, now the external forces are asking you to call something back because now you're at the end of these, because now you're ending cycles. And maybe this is what this is about, is that you ended this cycle with this Queen of Coins, you ended cycles with these messages, whatever this truth was, this is what helped you, because also understand that the King of Swords is also another form of, like, at least to me, I see him as another form of death card, because he's the only one with the actual sword that can, kill you. I'm sure that if you really want to get there, really get all technical, yes, all signs could have a form of murder if you want to talk about it like that. But in a more symbolic form, the King of Swords is definitely the reap of what I sow S card. Very similar to how the Pentacles card is also seen. But let's see. Yeah, because in your hopes and fears is that you want to be abundant. You wish to have abundance or be abundant of some sort. You would like to be able to have something to be able to give back to the world, or be able to sit comfortably with yourself about the things that you do possess. Let's see what we have in our outcomes. We have the Moon. So yeah, leaning in more into your intuition, definitely. Or this may be the idea of that there's an illusion in front of you. Something that is kind of, I want to say, eluding you in a sense. But we'll see what else we have as we pull the rest of the tarot. I don't want to say eluding you. I would definitely like to think that it's just you, the outcome is that you have to take the middle road with something. You have to keep yourself in balance, keep yourself in check, because that is the only way for you to be guided to where you need to be stepping next. So, because if you're already ending cycles, if you're already ending cycles already the way we are, it would be better for you to start taking more time on taking your time. I guess taking your time is really all it is, because I feel like as you're walking, this has to be a very slow pace. I know we have the King of Swords, but even the King of Swords I feel like needs to be cautious with how he swings his blade or how the wind carries him. Just so you know what it is that you need to end, and what you also know what needs to be brought back. Because you're ending cycles, but as you're ending cycles, things are being brought back. Because so you're making room for other things to be brought back for you to handle. But let's see what more we can get here. Let's do the Palladini. Okay. Let's cut in the deck real quick. All right. First card. Yeah, so this is this King of Swords energy might be something you've been working towards, becoming this more logical-minded individual to be able to carry yourself in a much more higher light. And this new truth is an adventure, this new idea of like you starting a new adventure, and you starting to step into a new life. And once again, with the Hierophant here, you have the moon. So once again, I would like to think that either, if this is about illusions, to just be, once again, like I said previously, double check every email, double check everything that you're sending, what any official documents that you're sending out. Always be sure you know what's being said in those official documents, just to be sure. So yeah, just watch for that. I think what else I can say is with the moon here is that also being guided with intuition. With the Hierophant and the moon together could also mean you are standing into that intuition, you are being guided in that intuition. Let me see here. Yeah, because now with the Hermit on top of the messages here, you're being guided with your own light. The situation is you're doing this kind of by yourself. Well, I wouldn't say by yourself, but you're doing it with a wiser mind. And with the Queen of Coins, we have the Eight of Rods. So once again, we have this energy of, once again, communication. It's interesting how these swords go this way and these swords go that way. So we could also be, once again, be dealing with a form of breakup. However, this is definitely, it could also be seen as just two people just sending messages being like, hey, I'm going to go my way, you go your way. It could be a lot of different ways of interpretation. But this is definitely what I see for now. In the near future with the Queen of Coins, it's definitely with choices. You definitely have choices to make. This was definitely one of those choices you were just like, okay, well, this Queen of Cups, as I'm starting this new adventure, I choose her to be with me, And now, as you're making all these endings with the Three of Rods, you're now starting to make that venture forward. Now you're starting to plan now you're in the planning phase of how you wish to make that adventure. Now you're making scout-like missions to go see what other destinations you can make, how the venture can be brought back. And now you're being called back to the home to take care and bring back the balance of your home. Bring balance to the ultimate home for yourself, having the wife, kids, having all the stable things and foundational things to keep a very prosperous home for you and your family. And you hope and fear that you can be this entrepreneur, King of Rods energy that can sell it, That's the whole thing with you, that you want to be able to sell it, be able to show it, be able to have that personality, have that drive, have that, sense of self so that you can be able to project that further. And sometimes that gets very hard. And you fear that you're losing your image, if that makes sense. But the reality is that you are a manifester with the Magician. You are someone who can manifest. You are someone who has power. You are someone who says that if something is to become, it is to become. It is something that you should 100% be confident in, and not something that you should be afraid of, anything you should shy away from. These are very, very strong energies. So if that is the case, if we are the manifester for this reading, what is it that we need in the Everyday Witch Oracle? What could help us be able to continue to manifest our highest desires? All right, Spirit says, plant the seeds. Okay. Plant the seeds, huh? Let's see what this is all about. All things that grow have to start somewhere, with the seeds both actual and metaphorical, whether it is the seed of an idea, a new beginning, or a garden of magical herbs. You have to plant it and then nurture it well to get the results you want. Caring for seeds takes effort, but sometimes the biggest challenge is having the courage and forward momentum to plant them at all. What seeds are you planting in your life? Action. Plant a seed. Heck, plant a dozen. They're small. Do you like flowers? Then put flower seeds. Like to cook? Plant culinary herbs or simple vegetable like lettuce or spinach. They grow fast and give you nearly instant gratification. Want something magical? Plant the seeds for magical herbs, or, if you live where it is warm and dry, even the white sage used in sage smudge sticks. Or, of course, you could start a new project. That counts too. Plant the seeds for anything that'll grow over time and bring you joy. Divination. This card probably isn't telling you to plant an actual seed. Instead, it suggests that it is time to start something new. Is it time to look for a new job, embark on an adventure, or encourage a budding relationship? Plant the seeds for the future growth in your life, even if you have to start small. Is there a project you've been considering? This card is a hint that it might be time to take the first step. Magic. Most witches use herbs and other plants in their magical work. Growing them yourself gives you a chance to put your energy and your intentions into them from the very beginning, which makes them even more powerful. Choose an herb that is easy to grow. Most of the common ones are, and prepare some soil in your garden, if you have one, or in a pot inside if you don't. Press the seeds firmly into the soil while saying, "Element of earth, receive these seeds which I dedicate to positive magical work. Nourish them and strengthen them, and bless them with your power. So mote it. Don't forget to tend them with extra special aftercare. With very special care afterwards. And thank the plant when you clip it a bit for magical work later." Oh yeah. Imagine being a tree. Next. It's the Build Your Own Magic oracles. Spirit says, protest, start a revolt. Okay. Let's see, what are these? Protest, start a revolt. You've been looking around and noticing that the world is often unjust, but you're not sure what to do about it. Like Katniss, you need to be the first spark of your own revolution. Educate yourself. Stand up for yourself. Don't forget to stand up for others, whether or not you have shared experiences. If you can speak up, do so safely. And do so safely, then do it. So, Spirit wants you to be able to speak your mind. Plant the seeds of your life, speak your mind. It seems like definitely want you to stand in that King of Swords energy You know, once again, being that cunning energy, being that strong-winded energy, holding on to the truth of this new adventure, because the truth of the new adventure is what's going to be able to propel you to be this guy, to be the entrepreneur, king of swords you want. This is just the building block to be able to get there. You got to gain the cunning to be able to gain the personality, you know what I mean? So, let's see, lastly, now, since we're having such a fiery reading, let's do one of the sweet ass affirmations real quick. Okay, Spirit says, by honoring my suffering, I restore my awareness. Okay. If you've been paying so little attention that you don't realize you have a job you hate, a relationship you don't want, a body you don't like, and an addiction to a bunch of shit to provide thrills that suppress your disconnection of happiness, then you sure are pretty ripe for an awareness spanking from the universe, aka a rock bottom moment, a warning, an opportunity for a transition. Life packs your darkest moments with messages and lessons to help you restore your awareness and release your pain. When you honor your suffering, you set it free. Well, yeah, that's about it. That's the entire reading. Thank you so much for your time with me. Leave a like if you enjoyed. There's any messages you would like to give to the collective at all, be able to leave those in the comment section. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you, Starseeds, later.